Well, muddy and expensive repair work is just beginning tonight. For some Ottawa homeowners, flooded out by Sunday's torrential rain and compounded by clogged stormed drains. Perhaps the worst of it in the Carlington area near the Central Experimental Farm on Kingston Avenue. Let's bring in CTV's Josh Marano now with more on this, Josh.
Yeah, Patricia, fire crews responded to a call at 7:30 yesterday evening of a basement being flooded. Once they arrived, an entire section of Kingston Avenue was covered in water and 5 homes had water filling their basements. I went over there earlier today to see how they were doing, and while there is little water left over from the flood, damage to their homes remain.
The water started coming from here.
This is something Gibbon George has never experienced before.
All our belongings, clothes, everything, it's gone.
At around 6:30 Sunday evening, his basement was flooded with almost a meter of water.
The front porch was completely flooded. I went inside. In 10-15 minutes, the walls broke.
George said he and his roommates acted quickly, grabbing what they could.
There were a few holes inside and the water coming in so fast. And I hardly got like 15-20 minutes to get my passport and few stuffs, but most of our things are drowned.
Photos taken by neighbors show the Central Experimental Farm, not far from the street, pooled with water before making its way to the homes.
The creek or the culvert kind of overflowed, the sewer stopped draining, and from about 5:30 p.m. till just after 6, it basically turned into a raging river on the street, and yeah, very unfortunate.
In a statement from the city, the combination of melting snow from the warm weekend temperatures and additional rainfall led to a significant accumulation of water in certain areas. Because of the large amount of water, this drain couldn't hold it and overflowed.
So here's where most of the water came in.
Sarah Porter also dealing with significant water damage to her home, upwards of 5 inches filling her basement. She had a sump pump ready. At the rate the water was flowing, there was nothing she could do.
We're just really concerned about how quickly does mold set in with the temperature, and how do we get things dried out, and hope that it stays safe for us.
George says he's still processing losing some belongings and says he's fearful of the next rainfall.
So it could happen given the situation. If it gets flooded again, it could happen again, so I'm not sure.
Now, it wasn't just this one neighborhood. There are also reports of flooding in Carp and areas near Pembroke, and there are fears of what's ahead with the melting snow. South Nation Conservation issued a flood watch as snow melt continues to be a factor. Patricia.